morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Sergio Lira. Today we have an exclusive interview for Que Onda Magazine with Sam Paiz. So, Mr. Paiz, you're a financial advisor. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm born and raised here in Houston and started a tow truck business with my dad back in 1980, 81. And we got into the tow truck business, storage lot, and being the first Latino in this segment because it was predominantly Anglo, and we grew up with the Jones, the Smiths, the Gardners, and so we thought it would be a good fit going into the tow truck business to help the body shop grow. From there, we just started expanding into the storage lot, selling parts, just different things, and we noticed the community in the Latin market where people coming in from Mexico, El Salvador, they needed somebody to translate. So we were there. We were the only Latinos that I remember back in '80 to translate for their cars being picked up in different storage lots, and they had a difficult time communicating to find where their cars were at. And then one thing led to another. We got into taxes, insurance, real estate, but only because of the demand of the market.
Okay. Tell us something about you that most people don't know besides your family and friends. Someone that makes you more, like an average citizen. What kind of hobby or skills do you develop or have?
Well, a lot of people think I just open up businesses and they just bloom and blossom. I got a database of over 100,000 clients in my database that I've grown to Latinos. And I do a lot of reading, even though a lot of people know I quit school in the 10th grade. I did a little college and I got a 4.0, which people don't know.
Wow.
And so I'm a straight A student. It's just academically, it just wasn't for me because I'm more hands-on and just like to connect the dots, and I like to draw blueprints about the businesses, about my failures. And I tell a lot of people, being in business 41 years and I've been broke 41 times, so at least once a year I'm broke and just going through the struggles. But looking at the raza and looking, the Latino market, I'm part of that culture. And so I do have 2 Rottweilers. I lived the nice home, the picket fence, and just, trying to figure out what the American dream is here in America for us that are born here, and even being the first generation for my mom and 4th generation for my dad, is trying to find out how we fit in.
It sounds like you're a self-made man, and and great people have left formal education to really thrive and be successful in America. We have Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and yourself. You consider yourself now a financial advisor. What specific training does a financial advisor need?
Yeah, for me, I have a lot of opinions. As far as profession and titles, I do have my real estate broker's license, my insurance broker's license. I'm registered with the IRS to give continued education for taxes. I'm registered with the Texas Department of Insurance and Real Estate. And so as far as financially, it's going through the motions of failing and falling and getting back up and learning, okay, what setbacks did I have here? So I had to start reading a lot of books. So I read a lot of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, just a lot of individual books, and started managing a lot better, which they're not taught in school.
There is no secret formula, I would say, but there are some principles, some nuggets that are just, they test the time, they stand the test of time. What are 3 things that you would advise the Latino community, whether you're born here or a recent immigrant? What are 3 nuggets, advice would you give them in terms of finances?
I would definitely sit down and write a plan. What is it that you believe it's going to take to get this business going or excel at the job wherever you're at? Find out what that plan is. Find the best people in that industry that you can model or follow because that's the fastest way to success, is to follow somebody who's already done it.
Right.
And third of all is be able to change your plan, put it in pencil, be able to change it. We all have failures. I haven't met an individual that has not failed, and if he says he hasn't failed, I'd run away from him as fast as I could, because that first failure is really tremendous for a lot of people.
What message would you have to this generation of the millennials, the Latinos millennials, that their goal is to make $1 million within a few years? Do you see that as feasible, or do you say that it's it takes time?
A lot of the books I've read said that by the 50s, 60s, you should become a millionaire if you worked hard. And that was an old model for the industrial age. We're in the technology age, information age. I would tell a lot of people, fail right now early, because if you fail at 1,000 or 2,000, you're okay. But to fail at $1 million is difficult. I would look for the right mentors. I would be open-minded. I would listen to individuals who had setbacks and came back from those setbacks to figure out and draw out their blueprint. It's very important to draw out your blueprint.
As we know, the Latino community here in Harris County, Houston, has just exploded. Do you think it's important to have more Latino financial advisors? And also, do you have a bilingual staff?
My staff is bilingual, and yes, I think our generation of, I sat my parents down and I told them that to work hard to make a lot of money no longer works. I said, they're playing golf at 10 a.m. I got to find out what those guys are doing.
Right.
And I learned about passive and portfolio income, which most Latinos don't know. They know earned income, to work hard, to make a lot of money, but the parents forgot to tell them they got to pay a lot of taxes. So I've learned about the different tax brackets that certain people work in that pay less taxes. This is where the Steve Jobs, Donald Trump, all these guys work in passive and portfolio income.
Passive portfolio income, such an important term that every Latino should know. I didn't even know it, but thank you for sharing that with us. Your latest venture is Sam Depot.
Yes.
Could you share with the readers what is that, and why did you create it?
Sam's Depot was created out of the necessity of all the contractors that we deal with. Over 41 years of doing their books and helping them with the PPP and EIDLs that were referred to us by the banks, we noticed that there was a niche there that either they had to go to Home Depot or they had to go to a lot of these mom and pop lumber yards, but weren't really getting the great deal. So my brother and I decided to open up Sam's Depot to buy direct from the mills and these large vendors, which we have now succeeded and are able now to sell the lumber at better prices than Home Depot, Lowe's, and everything, and help these individuals with blueprints, takeoffs. We're now doing Twin Peaks, Take Fives, about 20 custom homes that we're able to help these builders get better prices and reduce their costs in their lumber so that they can put more money in their pockets.
Oh, wonderful. That's, as Houston's booming and, this whole area is just continuing to grow. A lot of folks from California and New York are coming down, and, it does serve that need. But I just want you to, if you don't mind, saying a few words to our audience in Spanish and Español, decirles algo in terms of why is it important to have financial literacy?
Les quiero avisar, la razón de tener la dedicación de finanzas es para poder dar la siguiente generación, no nomás de trabajar duro para hacer mucho dinero, después hundirlos a la tradición de los modelos que han estado más de 200 años en este país, pero saber cómo de veras vivir el sueño americano. Y sin saber esa información de pasivo, portafolio, impuestos, siempre van a trabajar duro para hacer mucho dinero, para pagar muchas taxas. So, eso no es la manera que el sueño se hace aquí en Estados Unidos. Por esa razón vienen muchos de diferentes países y hacen su dinero porque no están siguiendo ese modelo que nos han puesto aquí en Estados Unidos o en otros países también, pero cómo trabajar más sabio y tienes que tener esa educación en finances. Robert Kiyosaki me abrió mucho entendimiento del financial área de poder saber qué es de veras el sueño americano aquí en Estados Unidos.
Pues muchas gracias. Thank you for your time
Yes,
and your
doctor,
service. Very,
thank you. Yes,
very
sir. Yes,
informative,
sir.
very
Yes,
informative.
sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.